I have been wanting to film this for so long. I'm finally sitting down to show you guys the rest of the R.E.M beauty products that I picked up myself. I actually got sent PR when the brand first launched, and I'll pop up the thumbnail for that video right here. Maybe you've seen it. And if you did, I mentioned in that video that I did order products and I was gonna do a part 2. It's been a little while, but we're here now. I'm here to give you guys the part 2. I've been trying out a lot more products over the past few weeks, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you my thoughts on all of them, because there were things that I ordered that I wasn't sent in PR. So I was able to try out some really fun new things. Oh, by the way, you guys, today is such a cool day. So if you're watching this on the day I'm uploading, it is such a cool day. Today is February 22nd, 2022. So 22222. Today would be a great day to make some wishes, write in your journal, write down things you're grateful for. I'm just so into that kind of stuff, and I feel like it's such an amazing day to be alive. So happy 22222. So I already tried one mascara in my first video. This is the volumizing mascara. I also picked up the lengthening mascara, which I've been trying more recently. I'll show you guys side by side the difference between the brushes. So the volumizing is definitely more of an hourglass, really fun shape to the brush. And then the lengthening is more of a tapered type of brush, and it has a completely different formula apparently. They do have the same packaging, which is kind of interesting. The brushes are different, and you can tell by reading the side of the bottle. It's kind of interesting how the packaging is the same even though the formulas are a little bit different. For me, the volumizing mascara, now that it's been open for a few weeks, is so much better than when it first started. I feel like it really builds up nicely on the lashes, which I love. The lengthening mascara, on the other hand, I've been trying it out, and this one doesn't build up on my lashes the way that I like to. I'm not a very big fan of lengthening mascaras regardless, so to me, this doesn't do enough for me. If I had to choose between the two, I would definitely stick with the volumizing mascara. Neither of them smudge or flake on me, which is really nice, but the volumizing mascara kind of does what I like in a mascara. It builds up. I go for volume over length because I already have really naturally long lashes. So if you're someone who wants more of a soft, natural look and you just want length, you might enjoy the lengthening mascara, but for me, I definitely would stick to the volumizing. So the next product that I've been trying that's brand new to me are the liquid eyeshadows. They launched 2 different eyeshadows. One is matte and one is shimmer. I picked up several actually. I actually ended up placing a few different orders separately. I ended up going with 4 of the matte colors and then 2 of the shimmer shades. I'm gonna go ahead and put in an arm swatch of all of the shades. So first we have the shade Totes, Lab Coat, Got to Go, Nevermind, BRB, and Fembot. I have been really enjoying these liquid eyeshadows. I'm not normally somebody who reaches for liquid eyeshadows because I do have more of a hooded eyelid, so a lot of liquid eyeshadows tend to crease on me. I have had the chance to wear these over and over, and I personally have figured out what works the absolute best on me, and I found that I have very minimal creasing at the end of the night if I do these few things. So for me, less is more when it comes to this. When I blend this out, first of all, they blend like a dream, but you want to use a little bit because the more product that you have on your face, the more it creases. And that's usually the case for any liquid product, even concealer or foundation, but especially on the eyelid with this formula, I just like to use a little bit and then buff it out with my brush. And then I also have been kind of like looking down and air drying my eyelids sometimes to let that sit. Sometimes if I'm wearing just a matte shade, I will also take a very thin layer of a translucent powder and just pat it over the top, and that seems to really help with longevity. So I tried 6 shades, but I definitely do have a favorite or a couple of favorites. I love the shade Totes. It is super close to my skin tone, but deep enough and pigmented enough to cancel out any discoloration on my eyelids. So I've been reaching for this on more of an everyday basis when I just want a little hint of something on the eyes, but not anything too crazy. You really can't mess up with this color, at least for me. This would also be a great eyeshadow base. You can use these as a base if you want to, or use them on their own. I typically use my eyeshadows separately, but I have been trying this out as an eyeshadow base and it works really well, especially this color right here for me. It's so good. I really love this one. My second favorite matte color is BRB. This one is a little bit more on the pink side, so when you buff it out, it really looks like you have a nice soft pink shadow on. It is gorgeous. I love this one when I want to look really chic, but I don't want to look overdone. This has been my second favorite for sure. I am obsessed with this. I definitely have a go-to eye look when it comes to these liquid shadows. So I'll first apply BRB all over the eyelid. This is again that pinky color that just looks so beautiful all over. I will also run a little bit under the lower lash line, and then I like to apply Fembot. Here's the thing I've learned with this, however. I find that if you try to layer these up too much, or if you use the applicator directly on the eyelid, it's gonna skip. So I do not recommend doing it like that. The way that I like to apply and layer on the glitter on top of a matte shade is I'll actually apply this to the back of my hand, and then I'll just pick it up with a fluffy brush and tap and press it into the eyelid. That way the liquid doesn't pick up what's underneath. It really does just scatter the glitter all over. This has a much more chunky glitter versus the other shade that I picked up, which is Lab Coat. I don't find that this one layers the same on top because it's not as chunky of a glitter. So this is by far my favorite sparkly shade out of the two that I personally picked up. It's stunning. And in low light, I'll show you some B-roll here. I took a video under flash so you can see how gorgeous the sparkle is. It is so pretty, you guys. I have been wearing this combo like crazy. It's such an easy yet ethereal, effortless, gorgeous, stunning eye look that takes just a couple of minutes to do. But again, I would highly recommend using a small amount of this first from the back of your hand, or even directly onto your brush if you want to, if you're afraid of overdoing it, and then applying this to the back of your hand and then picking it up with a brush before applying it onto the eyes. That's by far the best way I've found to apply them, and I've had no issues whatsoever with the wear of these if I use it in that way. And again, less is more, so highly recommend these two products. These two are definitely my favorites when it comes to the eyeshadows, and then this one is also my favorite as well, which is the shade Totes. So super happy that I have these in my collection. I'm obsessed with all three. So if you watched my first video where I tried R.E.M Beauty, I actually tried out the Baby Doll eyeshadow palette. This is a really pretty palette, and I've actually been getting more use out of it than I thought I would at the beginning, just because these tones are tones that I already own and use in other palettes, but I really find myself using these two lightest matte shades quite a bit on an everyday basis to create a really soft matte look. So I wanted to mention that just as a little update. But I also mentioned in that video that I wanted to pick up Midnight Snack, and I did. This is the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing all over my eyes. You guys, this palette on the other hand, I don't think I own anything quite like this. So while the other palette, Baby Doll, felt like something that I probably have, this one on the other hand is not something that I own. I love this so much. I love the more cool tones. I'm definitely really into cool tones recently, and for me, I just think this is so flattering. I created this gorgeous look using the shimmer shades in this palette. So first I went in with the matte shade and kind of created a little bit of a transition in the crease. I took this gorgeous blue shade on a fluffy brush and I actually sprayed the brush. I've tried it with my fingertips as well, and also a brush dry, and they were both really beautiful. Using a shimmer shadow with a fingertip always works really well for major intensity. However, I hadn't tried using a damp brush, so I tried it with the blue, and oh my goodness, it was like molten blue lava on my eyes. It was so beautiful. So I decided to do the same thing with this taupey silver color, which I'm in love with. This is not your basic silver. That's what I really love about it. It's not too overpowering. It's got a little bit of a taupey undertone, which I think is so flattering. And I'm not someone who usually wears silver eyeshadow, because usually I feel like they look a little too harsh, but this one I love because of that taupiness. And it's a little bit of a deeper silver. Even though you get a gorgeous reflect, I'm obsessed. So really happy that I picked up this palette. I'm definitely much more giddy about this Midnight Snack palette versus the Baby Doll one. For me, this adds to my collection, and I'm really happy that I picked it up. This next product is quite possibly what I was the most excited to receive in the mail, and that is the lipsticks. They look like little astronauts. I can't even get over this. I actually took a little video and I was just playing around and put like a little vintage filter on top because I thought it was so cute. The packaging is to die for on these. Like, I do not stop smiling when I see these all lined up together. They look so darling. I cannot wait to display them on my shelf because they're just that cute to look at. I bought 4 of the colors myself, and then I actually just recently received a PR package with the other 2 shades in them. They sent me some of these shades as well, but I got the last 2 shades, so I'm going to be able to swatch all of them for you guys. So there are 6 shades total. This is more of a matte whipped formula, which I think is really nice. It's kind of got a formula to where you can blur it out with your fingertips, which I personally really love in a lipstick, but I find that these are not drying whatsoever. They're really beautiful on the lips. Like, come on, is this not so cute? The little bubble on the inside actually magnifies the lipstick slightly. I just think it's the cutest packaging of all time, and it's a magnetic closure, which is great. Even though it's more rounded, they actually do stand upright. They have a slight flat bottom, which I think is genius. You can line them all up next to each other. So let's go through the swatches really quickly. The first shade I wanted to share with you guys is the shade Bubbly. I think this is probably my #1 shade. It's a gorgeous pink color. It's slightly on the lighter side. However, I feel like I can really ground the lips using a lip liner with this one, and I just think it's the most beautiful pink color. The thing about this formula as well, since it does have that really nice moussey matte finish, you can actually apply it to the cheeks. That's what I've been doing anyway to create more of that monochromatic look. You can either take it directly from your lips and apply it to the cheeks, or I've also been applying it to the back of my hand and then just picking it up with a sponge and pressing it into my cheeks. It just depends. I feel like the sponge works a little better if I'm wearing powder on the cheeks. If I'm wearing just creams, of course it's easy to blend, you know, directly into the creams with just my fingertips. So I wanted to share that little hack with you guys because it's something I've been doing. So yeah, Bubbly is so cute. I love this color. Next up, I'm going to be sharing with you guys Roller Skates, which is a really gorgeous light peach color. I love this color. I think it's gorgeous all over the lips, and it's actually what I'm wearing right now with this more deep eye color. I felt like this looked really good with the Midnight Snack eyeshadow palette, and again, I am wearing the same color on my cheeks, so I'm actually wearing this as a blush today as well. Next up, we have Drive-In Movie, which is a really pretty, almost mauve-y pink color. This one's slightly more deep, but it's still a very beautiful, wearable, neutral pink color. I can see myself reaching for this quite a bit as well. I really love the tone and undertone of this one. Moving into some of the deeper shades, Tiramisu is a really pretty, unique color. I love this one, and I can see myself wearing this in the fall especially. I like to wear more vampy colors in the fall, and on me, this definitely pulls pretty vampy. The formula is so nice though. You can actually blur it out and sheer it out pretty well if you want to, and if you don't want that intense of a color, which is what I did, and I thought it looked so pretty. Next up, we have Twilight, which is a really gorgeous, rich chocolate brown. This is so pretty, and again, a very vampy look for me personally, but I still think it's really pretty, and it's something that I would reach for in the fall for myself personally, but still a really beautiful tone and undertone, very flattering and more wearable than you think. Last but not least, we've got the shade Wine and Dine. This is a really pretty muted wine-toned color. This sheared out on the lips is really nice as well. I could see myself wearing this for more of a night out with something more simple on the eyes and using this as more of a bold statement. I think it's really gorgeous. But yeah, the packaging is 10 out of 10 for me. And so far, my most used shades are Bubbly, Roller Skates, and Drive-In Movie. The next product I picked up was this one right here. I thought this was so cute. I actually only got one shade in this formula. This is the Plumping lip gloss in the shade VCR. This is probably the product that I was not expecting to become this obsessed with, but when I tell you I'm obsessed with this, I'm obsessed with this. I love the formula. I feel like you do get that really nice minty plumping feel that lasts quite a while on the lips. The formula itself is not too sticky, which is really nice, and it also has a gorgeous color to it. I love how much pigment is in this. It just smooths over the lips so beautifully and is so flattering. I love how juicy it makes my lips look as well, and I also think the packaging is so cute. I love the round edge. It's something really different. Even though you don't have a wand in here, which is what I thought it was gonna be, I actually don't mind this packaging whatsoever, and I find that it's really cute and really easy to just throw in my purse. This is something that I definitely feel like I'm gonna be picking up more shades in because the formula is super good. I don't know if you guys remember, but I actually did try out the Plumping lip gloss, just the clear one, in my last video. This is the, Plumping lip gloss. And I've been trying to like figure out the difference between the two. Obviously you have pigment in this one and this one is just clear. I actually kind of like the feeling of the colored ones slightly more than this one. I love them both, and I've been using this like crazy, but I don't know if it's in my head or what, but this one just feels more plumping to me than this one. Both are beautiful, but this one I'm obsessed with. I'm loving it. The last item that I picked up was just one shade in the lip stain. So these are the lip stain markers. I picked up the shade Popular, which is a really nice bright pink. This product, I don't know if I'm using it wrong. I can't tell. I've never really explored lip stains like this before. I've never experienced a lip stain that's like in a marker form. And so for me, it kind of applied a little bit splotchy. But then when I let it sit on the lips and wiped it off, it looked a little bit better. I can't tell how I feel about this right now, so if you guys have any tips and tricks on how to use a product like this, let me know. For me personally, it's not something that I am loving, and it's not something that I personally would recommend based off of my experience so far. The other lip products are way better than this one in my opinion, but maybe I'm using it wrong. I don't know. Help me out in the comments. So there you have it. Those are the products that I picked up from R.E.M Beauty recently, and I've been really enjoying going through and trying them out. I know this is a different style of video to my typical videos, but I didn't want to come on here and like do a first impression on all of these different products since there were so many. So I hope you enjoyed, hearing my opinions after already trying these products. Let me know if you like this style of review, because if you do, I would love to do it for other products and other brands. Just so you know, I'm still obsessed with this highlight. It's what I'm wearing all over. The purple color, I don't even know what it's called. It restocked not that long ago, and I meant to pick it up and it sold out again. So I've been waiting to pick that one up because I just think it'd be so gorgeous on the eyelids. But yeah, I'm obsessed with the highlight still. I also use the eyelashes like crazy. It's time for me to get another one because I have so many things that I just can't get rid of in the lash band now, like glitter and glue that won't come off, so it's time for me to pick up a new Eternally Meowing lash. I also want to pick up the white eyeliner, and then I also am gonna look at more colors in this because I was so pleasantly surprised at how much I love this formula. But this color is phenomenal. VCR, like wow, it's super good. Out of all of the new things I tried, I would highly recommend checking out the cute little Astronaut lipsticks, especially the shade Bubbly. That's my #1 shade. And then if you're wanting to try a liquid eyeshadow look, these two are for sure my favorite, BRB and Fembot. These are my top favorites. And then the last thing I'm loving is the Plumping Lip Gloss in VCR. So if you're looking for something new from R.E.M Beauty to add to your collection, those are definitely my top picks out of the new things that I tried. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I would love to hear in the comments what other new makeup you want to see me check out and review. And also, have you guys tried any of these R.E.M Beauty products? What are your favorites? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you all have an amazing day today on 2/22/22. What a special day. Seriously, I'm giddy about it. It's so exciting. I hope you guys have an amazing, wonderful, magical day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.